So here it is. It's Friday. We've made it to Friday of quarantine for everybody in the building. Let me give you a quick overview of what we're doing today. Of course, there is no Zoom time today since I'm at a college visit with my son. You would have had a substitute today, but since nobody's in the building, I guess we don't need one. So you're going to the week of April 12th through 16th, since today is the 16th. And then you'll scroll down to the bottom of the page. As we do, we'll go past the different modules we've been working on with transportation. Good job out of a lot of you to be working hard at completing these things. I know it's a lot of Edpuzzle videos this week, but unfortunately, that's the situation we're stuck with. I was really glad to be able to do the field trip with you yesterday. I like it to get out of the building, get into the real world where real things happen. Yeah, I wish you could have been there with me. Maybe we would have had you all lay down the railroad track and see if a train came, but maybe not. Although we might have gone to visit a train because just about a half mile down the track, there was a railroad engine sitting on the track, so that would have been a cool thing to see, and maybe climb on if nobody got too upset with us. Okay, so here we are at Friday the 16th. You are right now watching this video, so everything's good. We're going to do a little bit of notes on different sections of the country today. So, of course, there's a lot of steps to do to open a sheet that you can do notes on. We haven't done a lot of this semester because we've been able to do it in class when we've done notes, or we've been able to do it in other ways. But since this time we are stuck at home, let me just remind you how you open such a thing. First, you'll click on the paperclip here to open the document. Everybody gets a north versus south versus west document. It will open up and there will be a Google, well, it's a version of Word in Google. But make sure you open with, and then you'll finally get to something you can modify. All right, there you go. So you see we are going to be hearing about the three regions of the country that we talked about earlier in the week. And we colored the northern states blue, we colored the southern states red, and we colored the western states yellow. So what you'll do is you'll fill in these notes as you go along about what the main characteristics are of each section of the country. In some ways, it's like the original 13 colonies that were somewhat different from each other because of their climate and because of their population and a number of things. Okay, so that's the first step. Let me go back and show you then where you get the information to fill in those blanks. There we go. There we go. So you'll watch this video. It's a Clarky homemade video. I've actually made this one several years ago. And well, when I did it, I think I was at school. It was kind of late in the day. I was talking kind of quietly. So you want to be sure you maybe turn your sound up, make sure you can hear this well enough. And the idea is you'll hear about those differences. You'll be able to fill in the blanks as you do. Be sure you submit this document when we get to the end. That way I can see it. You'll get credit for doing it. All right, so we've got those two things. Now, I'll be able to see your document that you have filled out. That's all good. But you're also going to complete this quiz to show me that you've learned something. Not a quiz that's going to make you fail 8th grade if you don't do well with it. But I have a couple of questions there about the north, the south, and the west. Yes, you can use your note sheet to complete the quiz. If you want to do that, that's great. And so that's kind of where we are. That's kind of like your LEQ for today, understanding what are differences between different parts of the country. Of course, we've tried to make the point the other day that this is all going to lead to our Civil War. Big differences in the country, a little bit like three kids in a family who think somebody else is getting the better deal. Now, you'll have some time left over that if you do all of that, maybe that's 20 minutes worth. So here's what you're working on. If you finish early, which you will, you finish up any of these modules you need to do, and you also can continue a trade book reading and quiz taking. I see a bunch of us have made it up through the 5th quiz. That's good. Remember, the place to find those quizzes, if you need it, is on our American Cultures Canvas page. And if you scroll down to just below President Lincoln, you will find the links to your books. And of course, you read to take the quizzes. You can be looking for The quiz number and the page numbers up through the 5th quiz due today, but due on Friday. And remember, we're ultimately going to do some culture activities where we are, comparing the culture of the time that we've learned about from our book and our culture, which we know about because we live it every day. All right, I will see you all on Monday, I think. We'll see if we get any announcements about that sort of thing. I hope you all have a really nice weekend, and I'll see you later.